Hello, this webinar is titled Requirements for Excellent Civic Leadership, and we take a look at some 6,000-year-old ancient wisdom to give us some ideas on what is required for excellent leadership today. Well, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson studied the Hebrew Republic. John Adams even recorded that Jefferson proposed for the U.S. seal that the children of Israel in the wilderness be led by a cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night, and on the other side that Hengst and Horsa, the Saxon chiefs, whose political principles and form of government we have assumed, be displayed on the other side. And this is a mock-up of a seal based on these ideas. And on the outer band you can see this phrase, "Rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God." Jefferson, Adams, and others studied many of the ancient political systems and the political systems of the day so that they could bring forth the best principles for freedom and liberty as they established the U.S. Republic. We're going to take a look at some requirements for excellent civic leadership as found in the Hebrew Republic. This comes out of the ancient manuscript Exodus 18. And in this passage, Jethro, who is Moses' father-in-law, gives advice to Moses on how to choose leaders of character, but also how to structure his political system. He says this, "But select capable men from all the people, men who fear God, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain, and appoint them as officials over thousands, hundreds, fifties, and tens." What's noteworthy at the end of this quote is the distributed structure that is proposed. And it's actually what the U.S. constitutional system reflects, that there's a distribution of power from local government to county to state to federal. This is one of the places where that distribution of power concept comes from. But let's take a look at the requirements for excellent civic leadership. Number one, capable. Capable and competent. What this means is that we need to be choosing people with proven people skills, proven leadership skills, and proven organizational skills. We've been talking about electing people of good character to office, but they also need to be people that are capable and competent. A second thing we can see highlighted in this passage is men who fear God. They believe they are accountable to God. This would be reflected in a mindset of humility. Humility that they are a servant. Humility that God has put them in this role. Humility that wisdom comes from God. Humility that God will hold them accountable for their behavior in their role. The third thing that comes from this passage is the idea of trustworthiness and the hating of dishonest gain. Third characteristic is leaders of proven character. That leaders believe in universal moral standards and truth, aspire to these high standards, and have had their character tested and proven, and will do the right thing. Well, these three attributes, capable and competent, accountable to God and servant of fellow men, and proven character, are requirements that I think we can all rally around. This is U.S. Civics Training. Thanks for listening.